another beautiful day here in Queensland, Australia, where I am. Quite warm actually today. I'm thinking about getting the air conditioning going very shortly, and we are at 12:40, so quite warm. So by 3 o'clock this house will be extremely warm. Yes, I have Amaya out. She's probably about the only one that I would say at this particular point hasn't got the full belly going. Well, I could have got Tessa out, and maybe Tessa would have been appropriate for the video today, because I want to talk about young carpet pythons, which, you know, I'm trying to keep the series running in a pattern that is appropriate to, you know, getting them and bringing them home and setting them up and so forth. But, you know, are young carpet pythons, and that light's going to go on and off. I apologise, it's the camera correcting itself. You know, are young carpet pythons nippy? And I can say to you, some are and some aren't. So when you're going to go and pick up your baby, what you'll find is there will be some that are more likely to be that way inclined and others that aren't. But just because maybe the one that you like is a bit nippier than the others, or the others aren't, or this one is, don't let that deter you from taking that little carpet python or snake or whatever, because you can change that, and you can do that quite quickly. So I guess as much as this is about baby carpet pythons, and I'll kind of stick to the carpet python, because, you know, a lot of people have the misconception that especially, say, our jungles are very, very nippy, but they're all not. And if they are, then they don't stay like that. They will stay like that if you don't put any time in with them. And even though I can say to you that Amaya, who is an Albino Darwin Tri-color, she wasn't nippy at all. Little bit flighty when I would go in to get her out, but certainly not one to be nippy. About the only time she's kind of in that is when I open the door initially, and she might just think that I'm going to give her something to eat, but she very quickly realizes that I'm not giving her anything to eat at all, and she settles down. Still, as I said, a little bit flighty, but never ever been one to actually try and strike at me or tag me, whichever way you want to say it or see it. But so yes, this is where it leads into the rest of the subject, because it does go together, because it's so important from the get-go to start socializing that baby with you. That is the key to ending up with a big snake like my Lily and Jack, and even my Tessa, to not be like that when they're big. And even so, I would much rather them be nippy when they're little ones than to be nippy and they're big ones. A little one, if they do tag you, you're hardly going to feel it. Somebody like Tessa and Jack and Lily now, you would feel it. So it is so important to start that socializing process as a little baby. And by doing that, and how do you do it? Well, you start getting that handling time in with them. And If you are a little bit afraid and they are nippy, use a branch and let them climb onto the branch. Let them go then from the branch to coming over onto you. That works amazingly for those people who are a little bit afraid of putting their hands in. Put a branch in, and a branch with some forks and bits coming off it, and you know, you can buy them at a pet shop where I've actually got one. I should have got it, but I used to use it for Jesse, and not because he was one that would nip me, but because he needed a lot of security even back then as a little one. He felt much better climbing onto that branch than climbing onto my hand. But that is the way to do it. But I would hope that you be brave enough to put your hand in, because even as a little one, they will, if they're nippy, tag you a couple of times, but realise that doesn't work and she's not going away. So they're not going to keep burning that energy on biting you when there's nothing going to change for them. So you might take a couple of little nips from them, but believe me, it doesn't hurt. And it's them that then says, it's not working. And they might do it again the next time you go in and handle them. And they might do it a couple of times. You just keep going. Eventually, you'll go in and they go, well, I'm not even going to bother to buy it because, what do I get out of that? Nothing. I still get picked up and I get bought out. And what I would like you to also do, after you get them out, and sometimes when you first get them out, especially if they're new to your home and new, they're going to be excited. And, well, excitement can be a part of it, but also a little bit afraid of what is going to happen. And it may take them a little while to calm down. No. Sometimes you get them out, they're all over the place trying to get away. And where can I go? And this is really scary. But after you've been holding them for a little while, you'll see they just start to chill out and go, okay, I'm comfy. This is okay. I feel fine. Then hold them for a little bit longer while they're in that state of mind. Don't put them away back into their home while they're still all over the place and trying to get away from you. You need them to calm down with you first so that their brain can respond to the fact, this is enjoyable and I really like this. And the more they feel that, the more ingrained it gets into their brain. You put them back while they're, how do I get away, and I'm afraid, and what am I going to do, and they're arcing at you, or you know, looking like they're going to tag you, and you put them back home, then that's what they continue to associate out with, is fear, frightened, and not enjoyment. So please, if it takes a few minutes for them to calm down, you know, which generally it should, take another 5 minutes where they are calm and enjoy them, and let them actually really enjoy you too, because that's what they're actually doing. And they're getting to know you and your smell, the way you hold them, and your voice. Talk to them, reassure them, tell them it's okay, sweetie, I'm not going to hurt you. Touch them on their back. You know, start touching them near their heads. Let them know that even if I touch you in that space that you're not very happy with, keep doing it. And eventually They just get so used to it and nothing happened. They're all good. So persistence, consistency with them. Never give up. Never just look at a snake and say, they're always going to be like that. They'll only ever be like that if you don't put the time in with them. So, yeah. Are they nippy when they're young? Some can be, yes. Others not so much. Can you get them out of that? Absolutely. But that means socialising them from the very, very start. And that is why it's always, well, in some ways, to get a little baby and bring them home and do what it is that you want to do with them to make them a happy, easygoing, chilled out, laid out snake in your life. And that's all I can really say, because that is exactly what you'll end up with. And you'll love it, and they will love it. So, from this chill girl, Amaya, is it not? Are you a chill girl for your mum? She is. She's lovely. And myself, you all take care of yourself, your family, and your friends, your snakes, and of course, all the animals that you have in your life. Ciao.